Deep in the heart of the lush green jungle lived two mighty rulers. Simba, the golden-maned lion, was the king of the southern jungle. His deep roar echoed through the trees, signaling his wisdom and strength. Sher Khan, the striped tiger with piercing green eyes, ruled the northern jungle. Known for his cunning and fierce power, he was both admired and feared. Though their territories were vast, a wide river ran through the jungle, marking the border between their kingdoms. Simba and Sher Khan had never crossed paths, but stories about their strength traveled through the jungle animals. Some whispered of a rivalry brewing between the two kings. One summer, the jungle faced a crisis. The rains were late, and the river that separated the two kingdoms began to dry up. The water holes were shrinking, and the animals on both sides of the jungle were thirsty. Elephants trumpeted in frustration, monkeys chattered in worry, and birds flew in search of water. One day, as the river dwindled to a mere stream, Simba decided to visit the border. He needed to see the state of the jungle for himself. On the opposite side, Sher Khan had the same idea. The two kings met at the edge of the river, their eyes locking in a moment of silent recognition. "What brings you here, Sher Khan?" Simba asked, his deep voice steady. "The same reason you're here, Simba. The jungle is in trouble. My animals are thirsty, and the river cannot sustain us all," Sher Khan replied, his tone calm but firm. Simba nodded. "The animals need our help. If we fight over the little water that remains, it will only make things worse." Sher Khan's green eyes narrowed thoughtfully. "What do you propose, Lion King?" Simba took a deep breath. "Let us work together. We will dig wells and find new sources of water. We are both strong, and with our leadership, the animals will follow our example." Sher Khan was silent for a moment, his tail flicking behind him. Then, he stepped closer to the river's edge. "Very well, Simba, but let this be clear. If you break your word, I will not hesitate to defend my kingdom." Simba smiled. "And if you do the same, I will hold you accountable. But I trust you, Sher Khan. For the sake of the jungle, let us call a truce." The two kings roared together, their voices blending into a powerful echo that rolled through the jungle. The animals gathered, watching in awe as Simba and Sher Khan dug the first well together. The elephants used their trunks to lift heavy logs. The monkeys carried small stones, and even the birds helped by scouting for hidden water sources. By working together, the two kings united the jungle. Over time, the wells filled and the rains returned. The river flowed once more, stronger than ever. Simba and Sher Khan returned to their respective territories, but their newfound respect for one another remained. From that day on, the jungle thrived, not because of one king's strength, but because of the cooperation of two. And so, the legend of Simba and Sher Khan was passed down, teaching the animals that even the mightiest rulers